In the last part, we saw Yanshon had started the deadly game again. As an imperial bodyguard, handed over a bow and arrow to General Huang, Yanshon stood behind him and coaxed, "General Huang, hurry up!" General Huang's face turned pale as the color drained away from his lips. He adopted a firing posture as he slanted his crossbow to the side, his fingers trembling uncontrollably. As the young ladies ran across the snowy ground, light reflected onto their bodies. They seemingly sensed the impending danger that was about to befall them, turning their heads behind in a panicked state. As they saw General Huang holding the crossbow, they were all stunned as they stood rooted to the spot. A sharp arrow flew out, but it was devoid of strength. It followed along a short trajectory in the air before landing on the ground meekly. "General Huang, this is unlike you," Yanshon uttered slowly as he raised his eyebrows, looking at General Huang coldly with the intention of seeing through his inner self. General Huang stood at his original position. He wanted to speak out but was unable to, as his body quivered non-stop. Some officials below him started to discuss amongst themselves. "I heard a group of palace maids tried to assassinate your majesty a few days ago. Are these the ones?" At that time, Yanshon addressed Cheng Yuan and said, "Cheng Yuan, since General Huang is getting on in years, you have the honor." "Thank you for your love, your majesty." A general dressed in a green robe walked up and decisively assumed a firing posture. Another arrow, like a homing missile, embedded itself into the back of a young lady who had run the farthest distance. A short yelp echoed out from across the vast plain as she spat out a mouthful of blood onto the ground below. As the blood spluttered out, it was a blinding sight. We can sit together. Upon seeing what had happened, the other ladies panicked. One of them, who had sat on the ground and cried all alone, broke down as she crawled pathetically towards the throne, pleading, "Sir, save me, Mr. Huang." That moment, one arrow hit her, and an ear-piercing scream reverberated across the plains. Another young lady not far out suddenly pounced on her, grabbed her by the neck and snapped it with one swift and decisive motion. So, what if we were to die? How could we plead to the enemy? "You useless trash!" The young girl stood upright, and despite her pale complexion, her eyes were crystal clear. Coldly looking at Yanshon, she was stagnant, yet she did not show any fear as she continued on with a fragile gaze. "We are believers of Datong. To have betrayed Datong, you despicable man will die a horrible death." With that said, she slammed her head on the stone steps. With that, her body halted all motion. That was so sudden that none were able to react. Seeing how she had committed suicide, the soldier rushed up, stretching out his hand to his nose. One of soldiers reported, "Your Majesty, this girl is still alive."
I'm just sitting here.
Yanshon acknowledged him, but he did not say what to do with that girl. For some reason, the gaze that girl gave him was all too familiar. Many memories flooded his mind. Frowning, he observed the body's field and suddenly lost his interest. With the swing of his hand, his bodyguard swarmed up. At that moment, one could only hear the screaming, but the sounds soon died down along with the We will continue the hunt for more Datong associates. Bring those bodies to feed the dogs, Yanshon calmly instructed. The bodyguard was slightly taken aback before he clarified, "What about the one who is still alive?" Yanshon lifted his head, only to see that the entire crowd was looking at him, awaiting his orders. He could not help but frown and coldly declared, "Drag her alone." With that said, he seemed disinterested and was about to leave. With that said, he seemed disinterested and was about to leave. "Stop!" General Huang bellowed. Straight over, he knelt beside the young lady who had slumped herself onto the stone stairs. He broke down and cried, "Oh, daughter, this father has caused you such misfortune." Back facing him, Yanshon revealed a tinge of a cold smile. His bodyguards rushed over and held down General Huang, with the remaining people dragging the girls up towards the dog houses. In this pristine snow, a trail of crimson could be seen. Thank you for staying with me, and I am going to share the story continuously. Stay with me, subscribe and like the video to support me. Thank you.